Okay, now here we are again. This is Tuesday night. Here's the breakfast from this morning yet that I had to leave here and sit here and not eat it, even though I'm hungry, because I had to see what I was going to get for lunch. We saw that earlier. We taped it. This is a Thanksgiving, a turkey and dressing, which I like, although I shouldn't eat it because of the salt. There's the cauliflower, and there's pineapple, and there's cucumber, and there's two salads for lunch, and there's it looks like there's two salads for supper. So this supper is, I guess it's meatloaf. They call it meatloaf with brown gravy. And there's broccoli, and there's mashed potatoes. Now I wouldn't eat potatoes because it's a deadly nightshade. It's poisonous. Don't eat potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, or eggplants, because if you do, you'll have arthritis. You'll get it worse than you'll have it. It's possible to get arthritis without eating those things, but if you're prone to it, you'll have it worse. Or it could be complicated, and maybe that's not true, but it seems to be true. There's 4 salads, so I'll eat the salads again. Of course, the type of salad that's in there, I can't eat the tomatoes. Don't eat tomatoes or peppers or eggplant or potatoes. And I'll eat that salad. Now, I have to wait until all the food comes here so I can figure out what I'm going to try to eat and how I'm going to try to limit my potassium and how I'm going to try to not have too much sugar, too many carbohydrates, so on and so forth. This is all very stressful, so that's not good for my heart. I should have a lot of salad, and I should have basil, but they took my basil container, which I was going to try and get some basil put in. If I had a lot of basil and a lot of parsley, I'd have to consume a lot of that to get enough potassium to sort of help. I found a can of pineapple juice on the floor that I have from before, brand new. Of course, once I open it, then I have a problem because they're making issues about me storing this stuff in the refrigerator. So I can't drink a whole container of pineapple juice in a day. I need to spread it out because of the sugar. So it's all frustrating. It's all, what do I do? How do I do it? Of course, Jesus is taking care of me. I could just stop eating altogether which is probably what I should do. And it takes 3 days for us to stop eating till we can start to fast because we live in this country. I'll explain that another time. But Jesus fasted for me. He did the fasting and he did the dying, and I'm going to do the being blessed by what he did and praising him and worship him and thank him for it, and then see if I can't do what I can to sort of encourage people and help people for him. And I need a lot more salad than I'm eating, but it takes time to eat this salad. And if I knew I was going to get salad at supper time, I could eat some at lunch. But there's another thing that goes on in your body, and a little hard to say it, but if you don't eat, then when you start to eat, something goes on in your body that makes you want to eat more and more and more and more. But if you don't eat at all, then it's easier to not eat. And you got to be careful when you're trying to lose weight or fasting, because sometimes when or even when you're not, sometimes when you think you're hungry, actually you're thirsty. It's really true. And if we would all learn to drink water, a cup or more, before we eat a meal, we might find a way to not have as much weight, because many Americans, especially if you're thirsty, you'll eat something instead of drinking something, and that just makes you more thirsty. All right, well, this is what that is. We're going to have some more videos tonight or tomorrow about what we've had yesterday, and then we're going to start working to try and get people to look at them and do some branding and get people to come here. Maybe no one will, in which case then we have to go another way. Jesus has a solution, and I put the oregano and the empty parsley container in hiding so that someone else won't come in and take them. It looks like they took my pomegranate juice container and the empty basil container, because these people have no idea. They're just a bunch of people doing a bunch of things. They all think they know what they're doing, and they don't.